All right, let's watch this.
Okay, so I've been investigating something for a long time, probably deeper than I've gone on any other video for a while at least. Something I never thought I would be investigating, but I am. I'm investigating McDonald's ice cream machines. Who wants to go get ice cream?
Me! I take your order.
Can I get an ice cream cone?
We don't have ice cream right now.
Not today.
Not today.
Maybe tomorrow or something.
Or next week, I don't know.
Does that happen a lot, like that the machine's down?
Yeah, in this one, yeah.
Okay. For a few years now, people have taken notice that the ice cream machines at McDonald's always seem to be down.
The ice cream machine part is not working.
The broken ice cream machines at McDonald's have been the fodder for...
It would kind of be like turning on the Twitch stream to see some porn. I wouldn't expect that kind of content from you, but would be surprised, but I ain't against it. What? How is it in any way similar to porn, dude? What? Okay, stop. We can't even go into fucking reaction because I'm trying to comprehend what people are saying.
A lot of weird internet culture. One guy even made an interactive map that shows every single McDonald's that has a broken ice cream machine at this current moment.
So I reverse engineered the Android app. I think it was it was a meme, but nobody actually knew if this meme was correct or not. But they didn't know that that was like an actual thing that all the franchises are struggling with.
But
Creator of
McBroken.com. I got an
McBroken.com.
email from a guy who said that he had a deeper story. He said that there are important questions that no one is asking, and he promised me answers to those questions and data and evidence to back it up. He even said that there's potentially something nefarious going on here. I was like, okay, cool, another conspiracy theory about these McDonald's ice cream makers. So I asked my producer Jack to get on the phone with this guy and hear him out. A week later, Jack called me.
There's actually something going on here. I've been going through everything and you really need to see this.
Okay.
Thanks for keeping this
I was
unlocked
still
going
highly
whilst I
skeptical
got
that
to
this
be a
could be
chat
anything
live.
worth a video or an investigation, but I decided to dive in anyway and see this evidence for myself. I started looking at data, at internal McDonald's emails, at these mind-numbing 100-page instruction manuals for ice cream makers. I started talking to McDonald's franchise owners.
I don't get it. Is the answer literally that it's just like hard to fucking clean or some shit? Is that what it is? Is that the reason why it's gonna be that, right? It's gonna be that it's too hard to fucking clean. That Jordan B. Peterson thing I can't even see, by the way, the interesting take thing. I can't, the other tweet is gone. I looked.
And managers, and yes, it turns out there is something really weird going on here. Something that hasn't been reported on before. And something that shows that McDonald's broken ice cream machines actually reveal a bigger story about how big businesses protect one another.
What?
Even if that means hurting their customers. I never thought I'd be going down a deep investigation into ice cream makers, but I am, and I did, and I want to share with you what I learned.
McDonald's is getting on my fucking nerves.
And the machine is always down.
The ice cream machine is broken.
And if we try to pull the lever, this will happen.
Sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. The broken McDonald's ice cream machine epidemic has been so widespread for so long that it's a meme.
You know what they're gonna say. You already know. The ice cream machine is broken.
That's a cool, dude, he's a great editor though. Like, say all you want about fucking Johnny, but he's a really good editor, dude. That is an incredible transition. Hyper focusing on broken.
Kinda sounds like
no, he is the editor. He edits these videos.
In this very moment, if you look at McBroken, around 13% of ice cream makers in the United States are not working. That's any red dot on this map. What a brilliant little tool Rashik made. I mean, this is just so good.
Radicalize me,
So Jack,
daddy.
why are the ice cream machines always broken?
So once the internet started to notice this, the Wall Street Journal and Business Insider and a bunch of other outlets started to report on it. And the conclusion that they came to was that these machines aren't actually broken. They're just going through a really long and really complicated cleaning cycle that lasts 4 hours at a time. And when that happens, the employees tell you it's broken because it's just easier. But don't take my word for it.
So when you go there and they tell you it's broken, there's a high chance it's not broken. It's just shut up for maintenance.
Okay, so human error.
What the fuck was going on with her
Not
eye,
broken,
dude?
it's just shut up for maintenance.
Oh God.
Okay, so human error
It was just
and this
glitch.
long cleaning cycle. That was the conclusion that like everyone came to, and everyone seemed to be satisfied with that. I mean, I would be satisfied with that. It's
Except I wasn't.
a pretty tight conclusion. But hold on a second. Wait a minute. Do you guys have Frosties?
Yeah.
I was just at McDonald's and the ice cream machine was broken, and it seems like it always is. Is the ice cream machine broken here very often?
No. Yeah, that's a McDonald's problem. We wash our machines every single day.
Oh, that's cool. Is it easy to do that, or is it pretty complicated?
No, it's actually really easy to clean it. They're just lazy. It's the honest truth. It's the honest truth.
So, Wendy's doesn't have this
That's why Wendy's is better, boys. That's the truth. Fuck it. I'm saying it, dude.
problem.
Wendy's Frosties are epic. Wait, Wendy's Frosties are in between a shake and an ice cream, though. And McDonald's still has shakes when the ice cream machine is broken. So is the problem the consistency of the ice cream then? McDonald's doesn't have shakes? Wait, does McDonald's no longer have shakes? You can't get fucking shakes when the McDonald's when there is no ice cream? Is it the same machine? They don't give you the shakes when the ice cream is out, you himbo? Wait, really? I mean, dude, guys, I haven't had at McDonald's in such a long time that I'm pretty sure it's got to be a different machine, though, because, like, I've never had a situation where in all of my lifetime of going to McDonald's where people are like, oh, you can't have shakes, this ice cream machine is broken. Wait, why did so many people just say it's the same machine and therefore shakes also break when the machine is broken? Why did you guys just lie?
They use the same brand of machine as McDonald's does, and yet they don't have a McBroken. It's not an internet meme for them, nor is it for other places that use the same brand of ice cream maker, like In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A or a bunch of others. So why is it only McDonald's that has a problem with the broken ice cream maker?
That's not at McDonald's, but we don't have that issue.
You don't have that issue. If you want a real answer on this, you need to talk to the people who suffer the most when these machines broken, which actually isn't McDonald's corporate. It's the people who own these individual restaurants or franchises.
The real people who suffer the most. I thought he was going to make a joke and be like, you know, the people that want ice cream. Like, you know, Asmongold. I didn't realize he was going to be like the poor franchise owner.
These are the people who pay the price in lost revenue when the machine is broken. So I talked to them. I talked to managers who actually deal with broken machines. And I also went deep in this 111-page owner's manual, which is not a read I recommend, but I will summarize what it says. What I've found is...
Bro, there's no fucking shot this guy reads through all this boring shit. He literally prints it out, draws circles on them, okay, just for the visuals, and then moves on. There is no shot, okay? And if he does actually read it, then he's a psycho, okay? I'm sorry, Johnny Harris, you're out of your mind, dude.
As mind-boggling as it is infuriating. To understand this, you have to understand how these ice cream machines work and why they break. So I ask you to bear with me as we learn how an ice cream machine at McDonald's works and why they always break. Once you understand that, you will understand who is getting rich every time one of these things breaks and why they have an incentive to keep them broken.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be around like 5%. And it came back to like 13%, which is Insane.
It's White Boy Summer.
That needs to be
no ice cream at Mickey D's. That's a bummer.
Is should you be building ice cream machines if after 17 years you still can't get the software right?
No. Yeah, that's on McDonald's.
Bro, I got bars, dude. Oh my God. Dude, what the fuck? Where is Pokelawls, dude? Where is Poke, dude?
No problem.
Okay, really quick. I just want
fucking ad. What?
I want to talk about life insurance.
Is he serious?
Something we don't really want to talk about very often, but we should probably talk about it. In fact, for the past
what the fuck?
This new
motherfucker selling life insurance. What?
All the time. So it's a bunch of other fast food restaurants like Wendy and Chick-fil-A, and those machines aren't broken all the time. So it's something very specific to McDonald's and Taylor that explains the ice cream machine issue. If you want to start a McDonald's franchise, you sign an agreement with McDonald's corporate that says, I'm going to open a restaurant and I'll make sure that everything is standardized. It's a part of this agreement that says you have to use this kind of French fry and you have to use one of 2 different companies for your fryer and your grill or whatever. When this new ice cream machine came out in 2003, McDonald's had it in their agreement with all their franchises, which is like 16,000 in the United States, that they had to use this machine. No other machine. They could not use any other machine on the planet. They had to use the C602 made by McDonald's and Taylor. It was in their agreement. Usually franchisees can pick between multiple different companies for the gear in their store.
I've never had Burger King tell me the ice cream machine is broken, by the way. Yeah, because you went to Burger King. Like, that's an automatic L to begin with, dude. Who the fuck goes to Burger King, dude? You fucking burger peasant. Yeah, have fun eating subpar doo-doo, dude. Oh, look at me. I went to Burger King and they didn't tell me the ice cream machine is broken. Yeah, you want to know why the ice cream machine is not broken? You fucking burger surf. It's because no one goes there, so not enough people fucking consume the ice cream to break it. How about that?
Not in this case. You had to use the C602. So let's dive into this machine. Ice cream is...
Like, Burger King really just went out of the gates swinging and was like, oh, every franchise has their own unique taste. What's ours gonna be? Mayonnaise. Like, and I like mayo, okay? White Boy Summer, baby. I'm a mayo fan. But goddamn, dude, you can't have your unique taste be fucking mayonnaise, dude. What is this? Like, it's nuts. At least McDonald's had the decency to, like, fucking make Mickey D's sauce, which is basically Thousand Island, which is the oldest California trick in the book.
Dairy. And dairy needs to be kept at a certain temperature to stay safe. The machine itself has all these pipes that have dairy going through it all the time. So what they do once per day is they heat up the whole machine, including the ice cream mixture, to like 151 degrees Fahrenheit. They leave it at that temperature for a while it kills off all the bacteria, and then it comes back down to a freezing temperature where it turns into ice cream. That process takes about 4 hours, and this is the thing that you hear about all the time as the explanation for why the machine is always down. But here's the nuance here that really illuminates the story. Usually the employees do this overnight while the store is closed. Someone in the night shift gets the cleaning cycle going and then they lock up for the night. The next morning, new employees who are opening the store for the morning show up and they look at the ice cream machine. And on the screen, they usually see one of 2 things. Heat cycle was successful, the ice cream machine is ready to use, or heat cycle failed. They don't know exactly why the heat cycle failed overnight. They're looking at this interface that looks like it's from like 1983, and all they see is something like heat mode failure or some other obscure
Only
code
1 year away from 1984, brother.
The machine is completely locked out until you successfully run one of these heat cycles. You have to run the heat cycle. Even if the heat cycle missed one of these benchmarks by like 1 degree, it's still just gonna tell you the thing failed. Doesn't tell you why or by how much. So the employee tells their manager. The manager has no idea why the heat cycle failed, and so they just tell their employee to like run it again. Luckily it's the morning, so people aren't getting ice cream yet, but like run the heat cycle again. So employee runs the heat cycle again, and it fails again, probably for the same reason it failed in the first place, which nobody knows at this point. P.S. As a C602 ice cream machine insider, The reason why it failed probably is because the hopper's a little bit too full of the ice cream mix, and it takes a while for it to heat up and cool down that mass of matter. So just fill it a little bit less next time. That's one of many reasons why it might fail. Anyway, nobody knows this because they're just sitting there trying to serve customers. I worked in fast food in high school. It's a chaotic world. You're just trying to make people happy. Meanwhile, the person's trying to like run the heat cycle, it fails again. So the heat cycle fails again. Manager's pissed, you have angry people asking for ice cream, and everyone's just saying like, yeah, the ice cream machine's down, sorry, we can't do anything about it. So finally, the manager calls the franchise owner, the owner of the business, and says, what do we do? And the franchise owner says, we need to get ice cream sales going. This is not okay, we're losing money. Just call the guy.
Okay, literally, the reason why this doesn't happen at Burger King is because no one goes there. Like, straight up. There you go. That's the answer, okay? Burger shot RP. Yeah, -1.
Just call the guy. That's verbatim what one of the franchise owners told me. He said, when things are crazy, I just tell them to just call the guy. Now we're getting to the heart of this. The guy, in this case, means one guy or woman.
Wow.
Which is an authorized
investigation
service technician from Taylor, the company who makes the machine. Remember this?
The ice cream machine isn't working right now.
No, just here to fix the ice cream machine.
Okay. You're from Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, because I've never seen the uniform. That's why I'm a little confused.
Oh, okay, yeah, we switch things up.
So you're still Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Turns out that Taylor is the only company that is authorized to repair and maintain these machines. It's in their contract. If you call anyone else but Taylor, first off, they wouldn't know how to use it because it's such a strange, esoteric machine, but also you would void your contract, your warranty. So you call the service technician.
Wait, so that guy's actually not from Taylor? Wait, I'm so confused. He like literally just does a hitman? He's a vlogger? He's literally just a vlogger who fucking pulls a hitman and fucking destroys people's warranties? Like, is that what he's doing?
First off, they wouldn't know how to use it because it's such a strange, esoteric machine, but also you would void your contract, your warranty. So you call the service technician, he or she comes to fix the machine. We got our hands on some actual invoices that show how much these Taylor repair people cost. It's different in every market and for every scenario, but somewhere to the tune of 140.
It's white boy summer, baby. Dude, why is every prankster from Florida, by the way? I just really believe that there's something going on in the water, dude. I feel like you just grow up in Florida and you become a YouTube prankster. It's so weird.
$44 for the first 30 minutes, and then up to hundreds of dollars for each additional 15 minutes thereafter. So the desperate franchise owner, the one who runs the business, has to decide, do I deal with angry customers who are yelling at me because I don't have ice cream? Or do I just call the guy and get them to come repair this at any cost? It doesn't matter. So these franchise owners end up paying thousands and thousands of dollars, not because their employees are incompetent or they're bad at training, but because this machine locks them out and they have no idea why. They're looking at a screen that looks like this, and all roads point to call the service technician. I watched a bunch of advertisements for Taylor Company, the people who make this ice cream machine and do all the maintenance on it. They hardly talk about their product here. Their advertisements are more about how great their repairs team is.
Innovators don't build machines, they solve problems. This is an expert technician. There are 6,500 Taylor technicians worldwide ready to help you.
I bet these motherfuckers are unionized though too, right? Let's see. Let's see.
Why doesn't McDonald's just get Murat to fix all of the machines?
I can't see if they are or not.
The Taylor Company.
A few years ago, Taylor was in talks to be acquired by
Murat could do it.
another company called Middleby. They put together a pitch deck of all their financials to sort of say, like, look at how good our business is. And on that pitch deck, they stated that 25% of their revenue comes from this repair and parts service of their business. Yes, they make ice cream machines, but a quarter of their business comes from just maintenance and repairs. This sort of reoccurring revenue you can rely on.
Bro, I bet they fucking don't fix. I bet they don't fix the interface literally for that reason. Like it does feel like planned obsolescence.
Month after month is like gold for investors. People love this because this is like you can project how much money you're going to get every month if you can rely on a certain channel of revenue in your business. Taylor can rely on services and repairs from McDonald's ice cream machines. Remember, up until just a couple of years ago,
350 every 50 minutes after an hour, absolutely unionized. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's some good old-fashioned unionized labor, brother.
For years and years, McDonald's franchises were only allowed to use Taylor machines. They had no options. They couldn't be like, wow, this machine sucks, I'm gonna go somewhere else. So they had to use the machines, regardless. And they had to use this specific machine that breaks all of the time.
Our parts and service network is what makes Taylor the company of choice.
Okay, you guys want to hear something even more insane, dude? United Technologies, which owns Taylor, last year merged with Raytheon, dude. So now Raytheon fucking owns the ice cream machines.
For the food service industry.
No matter what time of the fucking day, the ice cream machine is broke. How?
McDonald's is making my baby cry.
How?
We got our hands on the software for some of these machines to see how.
Never mind. Sorry. Apparently, there was a definitive agreement to sell Taylor. So I guess United Technologies, Climate Controls and Security, a unit of the United Technologies Corp, sold Taylor Company before they merged, 2 years before they merged with Raytheon. So we're safe. The ice cream machines do not have a direct. The ice cream machines do not have a direct relationship with laser guided missiles, boys. This is what John Deere does with almost all new tractors. Some of the most pirated software out there right now is the override codes for tractor computers, so farmers can replace their own parts without having to take it into the dealer every time. It's fucking annoying. Of course, Raytheon wanted to buy them. They have the same business model. Do you know the price of military hardware maintenance? Yeah. Yes, I work for Raytheon, the ice cream division. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is how a lot of fucking companies make money. He said other fast food chains use the same brand, though, but their machines work. Yeah, that kind of doesn't make sense.
Taylor has tried to improve the software component. You would imagine that with a machine that is notoriously broken all the time, they would update their software to give more useful feedback to the user. Like, hey, your cleaning cycle failed last night, only by 1 degree, and that's probably because your hopper was too full. Try to fill it a little bit less next time. Alas, no. Since 2003, when this thing came out, there have been quite a few software updates. But instead of improving usability of the software has actually introduced just new sets of cryptic error codes that don't help anyone solve any problems. I have spent hours in this instruction manual going through all of the error codes and what they mean. I feel like maybe, just maybe, after reading this multiple times and like being in the weeds,
I don't believe it. I literally don't believe it.
Machines and maybe understand what's going on when things fail. But it is clear to me that this machine is not set up for the user to have success in diagnosing and fixing the problem. One person I was talking to was like,
I work at McDonald's, and the next time the ice cream machine breaks, I'm going to say that capitalism broke the machine.
They just opened a store And it was a brand new store, brand new machine, and they're like, yeah, in the first few months we called the guy
remember
like
though
4 or 5
Wendy's has
times.
the same machine,
I
but
am
they
blown
don't
away.
have to call Taylor.
Like so much of what Johnny Harris is describing here is literally baked into every part of the capitalist economy. It's always like overly unnecessarily complicated ways of doing shit so that you can have a specialty, so that you can justify your existence, so that you can have more like more professionals and more proficiency. It's literally compartmentalized specifically so that like there are other people that are not capable of doing it, so that you have to go to like the fucking personal guy who is licensed to work on these machines and these machines only. It's great. It's like, yeah, it's exactly like TurboTax. It's exactly the way that TurboTax and all these other like tax filing, third-party tax filing systems operate, making the IRS as complicated as possible, making it impossible to file your own taxes on your own, so that you have to literally simultaneously they petition the government to be the sole third-party software that people use, but so that they can turn around and sell you their software. Their service basically that you need to use. Making the law impossible to read or understand. Yep. Won't this affect McDonald's that do lower sales since the managers won't want to spend money on the repairs? It is exactly like this. You create issues and you create you make it more complicated on purpose, and then you teach the fucking complicated shit to people that have the proficiency or have the license specifically to operate that software or hardware, so that you can justify gatekeeping or like locking the property, or making sure that they literally can only rely on your technicians to fix it.
Way that a product like this, with software this cryptic and horrible, can exist in 2021. The menus are horribly complicated, the error codes are not helpful, the buttons don't have words on them, instead they're just like a bunch of symbols. Like it's like, press the flavor button, press the ice cream button to get to here, like to access this menu, press these 2 buttons at the same time. It's like, how could you ever expect somebody, especially like an entry-level employee who's been on the job for like a few days, to understand any of this? It is a product that is set up to fail and that has no incentive to improve. Because what this means for Taylor is simply more services and repairs for their pocket. 25% of their entire business is based on this.
We're talking. Hey, come here. We're looking. I'm watching a video about planned obsolescence and how the reason why McDonald's ice cream machines are constantly broken. And it turns out is because Taylor, the company that makes these machines, get like 25% of their revenue they generate from fixing the ice cream machines, so they make it unnecessarily complicated. I know. Well, I guess they built it into their pricing structure. Plus, it's franchise owned, so they probably offset the costs over to the individual franchise owners. Anyway, can you put some of the stuff in those packages into the fridge if they're freezable or fridge? It's not that I'm lazy, I'm just doing something, so I can't.
And then there's the secret menu.
Well, she's probably not feeling too great.
In addition to the instruction manual that's given to users, I also got a hold of the service manual that is given to the Taylor service people. Like, this is like the insider manual that gives you the whole picture on this machine. I do not recommend you read it. In this manual, you learn about a separate menu for the service technicians. It's called the service menu. This one is not accessible to the user, the person who owns the machine, the franchise owner. It's only accessible to the service techs who have the very specific code for it. The existence of this service menu is found nowhere in the user manual, the thing given to the person who owns the machine. And yet, according to this manual, this menu contains, quote, critical operating parameters.
To the people who are saying it's a fucking ice cream machine, holy shit. Yeah, exactly. You should be saying, holy shit, even a fucking ice cream machine has this level of like planned obsolescence built into it, and like and fucking and this much care and thought built into like continuous revenue streams by making things as complicated as possible. Yes, you can. You're gonna take it home with. Okay, chat. Let me ask you something. Murat goes into my fridge. He finds a banana cream pudding or whatever from Magnolia. He says, "Can I eat this?" I say, "Sure, you can eat it." He says, "Okay, well then I'm gonna take it home with me." It's like, motherfucker, it's a whole thing. It's like a whole tub of banana cream pudding. Why would you take it home with you? Just eat it here. If you're not gonna eat it here, then you don't want it right now. Oh, you want to give it to your girlfriend? Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks for taking this payment for putting away groceries.
Hasselhaas
Ask chat, they're on your side? Yeah, he already knows. He said, ask chat, man, they're on my side.
Parameters for the machine. So wait, if this machine is breaking all of the time, and you have a franchise owner who's trying to keep their customers happy, and there's a menu where there are, quote, critical operating parameters that the owner doesn't have access to, just call the guy. Just call the guy. The machine is not meant to give the user a clear picture on why it's breaking. A few weeks ago, a Taylor service technician realized that he was required to install this new software update on all McDonald's machines. He noticed that the update had a bunch of weird new error codes that made the machine worse and less functional. So he posted a video about it, asking for help from other service technicians. Shortly after he posted the video disappeared. When asked what happened, he responded with, quote, "The system defeated me." He was clearly told to take the video down. Somebody doesn't want this sort of thing on the internet. Now listen.
They're gonna fucking murder him, dude. Johnny Harris, you're gonna get disappeared, brother. You better watch the fuck out, dude.
Being ignored by Arjan. Yeah, chat. Peepo fat.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Wait, say that again?
So when you get any kind of equipment or have a contract for equipment, you'll have what's called a mean time between repairs or mean time between failures. So the company that you buy from or rent it from or lease it from or whatever the fuck it is you're doing will guarantee a level of service. They'll say this machine shall be up and running for 90% of the time or whatever, or it won't break down for more often than every 9 months, right? I'm just making up the numbers, but so there's a contractual obligation that it'll have a level of service that it can perform. So it's not just like that they feel like doing this. It's like written into the contract that they can't do this. So, you know, it's not as simple as you're making it out to be.
It's like when private prisons that work with the federal government have a quota level, quotas that they're going to fill the prison up with a specific number.
I'm not going to sit here and defend private prisons, but it's
I can't believe you're defending private prisons, dude.
It's a matter of forecasting and prior to investment, right? Like, yeah, I'm not going to get into this.
Wow, I can't believe my brother just defended private prisons, dude, on stream. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, let's keep going.
Listen, this isn't some
Wait, why are you taking my toilet paper? What the fuck, dude? What else, dude? What else do you want? Yeah, you want to take my underwear too, dude? Jesus Christ, this guy comes into my house, takes my fucking little treats that I have for myself that I'm gonna eat, steals my toilet paper. Anyway, it is top of the hour, boys, which means you already know what that means. Some of you do at least. It's time for a 60-second ad break. I'm gonna run the 60-second ad here. If you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5, or you can do it for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Prime subscription a month. You can use it on your favorite streamer, or you can use it on me, not your favorite streamer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here is the fucking ad break. No. Here it is now. What kind of person defends private prisons so aggressively? Disgusting? Dude, that was a joke. He's not defending private prisons.
conspiracy. There's all sorts of weird conspiracies around the ice cream machines. This isn't one of those. This is actually very rational human and business behavior. When one has a monopoly over ice cream makers, And they've created a particularly shitty product that breaks all the time and gives users no clear feedback as to why it's broken. This company has no incentive to improve. In an open market, the incentive to make your product better comes from competition and comes from basically ramifications. You'll be driven out of business if you don't make a good product. In this case, that's not the dynamic. And in fact, having a bad product is incentivized because it means more money in services and repairs for this business. And the reason why McDonald's corporate is okay with that is because the cost isn't borne by them. It's borne by local franchise owners who have to pay for services and repairs. Taylor has the capacity to make and improve ice cream makers. They do that all the time at Wendy's and Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out. And yet the machine made for their OG exclusive partner McDonald's doesn't receive the same improvement and refinement. Instead, it receives a bunch of new error codes and terrible user experience, which always leads to call the guy. One franchise owner I talked to said,
See, if you were to do ethical capitalism like the way that Johnny Harris wants us to do,
Happy anniversary,
sponsored by the
Uncle
World
Hassan.
Economic Forum, we would do stakeholder capitalism. So this would still happen, but also at the same time, you know, we would say we love our workers.
roads lead to call the technician. Like this product is designed to get you to call the technician. At this moment, as I'm talking to you, 15% of all ice cream machines in the US are down. The standard for most industrial products is that you have less than a 1% failure rate for your product. In fact, the real target for mass industrial products is 99.99966% of the time your product is working. That means 3.14 errors for every 1 million opportunities. What you're seeing here with 15% is a dismal failure, and it is the product of no pressure or no incentive to improve, and in fact a perverse incentive to keep it shitty. The last chapter of this story is the one that is still developing today, and it has to do with the email I got a few months ago from somebody who's deep in the middle of this. I'm gonna lay out some facts here.
Something nefarious going on.
News play out over coming weeks and months to see how this happens, but here's what's going on. The guy who reached out to me originally was someone named Jeremy. He's a tech entrepreneur. He invented a product.
Okay, I don't understand why McDonald's would allow this to continue and like literally allow Burger King, an inferior product, to have a competitive edge. Like, why the fuck don't they care?
Product that could basically fix this problem of like terrible feedback to the user of these ice cream machines. It's this device that you plug into your ice cream maker and it connects with your phone and it gives you solid reporting on all the things happening in your ice cream machine, something that this does not do. And it identifies like actionable things that you can do to train your employees to make sure that that problem doesn't happen again. Basically, it avoids this happening in the first place and avoids you needing to call the guy all the time. As soon as Jeremy launched this product, it was a smashing hit with franchise owners. They started selling hundreds of these things to franchises all across the country.
People magazine reports the chain has partnered with Kitch, a company that created technology to help employees manage the machines and reduce downtime.
Franchise owners I talked to said that instead of getting these vague error codes, now they actually get like solid reporting on what is happening inside this machine, and they can like train their employees to help avoid this. Now, let me just caveat for a second. Jeremy and his company Kitch obviously have a big financial stake in this story. I'm aware that he reached out to me and gave me some of this data, and that there's a big
He's dead now.
conflict of interest in terms of like neutral journalism and my informant being somebody who stands to gain a lot of money if this story comes to light. And that's why this story has taken me literally months to report. I've had to go through and independently report and verify every single thing that Jeremy has told me. Hence this. So yes, while there is a major stake for Jeremy and Kitch for this story and for exactly what I'm saying here, the fact is everything that I have said here checks out on my own independent reporting. Just let that be known. Okay, so Kitch got so popular among franchise owners that at this conference where all the franchise owners got together late last year to have a conference to talk about McDonald's things, sounds like a riveting conference, the head of this organization of franchise owners gets up and says,
"Now this is no silver bullet, but it's my belief that the information it provides increases awareness and results in faster reaction times when a problem does occur. Now, to be clear, this is not a McDonald's approved piece of equipment.
I mean, he sort of like endorsed it. He was like, this is a sweet product. It's actually helping us out. Soon after this endorsement, McDonald's sends...
Killed him. They hired a death squad, and he did not have an AR-15 to defend himself. So now he's dead. Thank God he had life insurance, though. With PolicySponsor.com, you too can bite the bullet and maybe even dodge a bullet when you can't dodge bullets when the McDonald's death squad comes knocking down your door.
Sends an email to all of its franchises that says that they've determined that kitsch is actually super dangerous. It may cause serious safety risks, and they recommend that the franchise owners stop using it, saying that they will void their warranty if they do. Wait, what? So you have this device that is clearly solving a major problem.
What the fuck,
and instead of being like, whoa, tell us more about this. Let's see if we can get this like approved and put it into more shops. They blacklist it and they scare away a bunch of their franchisees from using it. I reached out to McDonald's directly to ask them point blank, like, WTF, why are you blacklisting a product that has the potential to solve this problem?
This is actually a pretty good video, dude.
On the internet for. They came back to me with some boilerplate PR language about being committed to their customers and all this stuff, being able to buy sweet treats and all of this. And then this little nugget at the end where they say that McDonald's is testing a connectivity solution with an approved McDonald's supplier. In other words, McDonald's is working on a product that does exactly the same thing. Oh, and the company that they're using to do this is called Powerhouse Dynamics, who is, wait for it, owned by the same company that owns Taylor. They're under the same parent company, Taylor and Powerhouse Dynamics. They're keeping it in the family. Oh, and this device, the new one that they're testing out, doesn't give the full picture to the user. It continues to block them out of certain aspects of the machine that could be useful in diagnosing why the machine...
Well, it's because, again, McDonald's corporate doesn't get punished by this. It offsets the costs over to franchise owners, as I suspected, and as Johnny Harris also pointed out. So they can continue working with this corporation that will then create problems within itself so that those problems can only be solved by its own fucking technician.
Is always broken. The theme here is the same. It has been the whole time. Two old companies that have been working together for a long time, looking out for each other and keeping control over data so that they can save their own necks from being disrupted by new...
This is why they say, but what's the benefit to McDonald's? I don't know. They might be getting paid. I have no idea, but McDonald's, this is why people say like McDonald's is a real estate company first and not necessarily a fast food franchise, because a lot of these problems are offset by the franchise owners. They just own the real estate, some of the most expensive real estate. I don't know how trustable this is because PL is a fucking loser that might say this even if he lost, but what? What is this? I won my lawsuit versus Twitch on all accounts. Twitch lost everything, including fraud claim against me for the CSGO shuffle allegations. I don't know what that is.
Tech. That is like a
story
like that is as old as time, and it is happening right here in a potentially collusionary way. Again, is
fucking RTBA. You've literally sent that as though I thought like Phantom Lord was like some fucking guy that works with McDonald's or something.
Is this a deep conspiracy? Is there like secret backdoor deals going on? No, this is actually horribly predictable. What this is old companies who are afraid of being disrupted by smarter, better products, doing whatever they can to hold on to their share of the market. This new connectivity product that McDonald's mentioned to me basically does the same thing as Kitsch, but this new device doesn't actually give the full picture. It still blocks the user out of those things that have been behind the technician's secret menu, the things that the user manual itself says are critical. It's the same old story of keeping tight control over what data and experience the user has so that they can continue to maintain their exclusive relationship with services and repairs, which is 25% of their business. It's honestly smart, shrewd, cutthroat business behavior. But you know who it hurts? It hurts the franchisees, and it hurts all of us who want to go buy McFlurries. This is anti-competitive behavior, trying to squash new products in the name of
Yeah, well, anti-competitive behavior, except I'm certain it has to. There has to be like additional fucking money that Taylor pays the McDonald's to ensure that McDonald's uses the Taylor ice cream machines and Taylor's fucking own like fixers and shit like that.
Retaining control. So there's a lot of nuance here that I've sort of blasted through very quickly. But the upshot is that McDonald's ice cream makers are broken more than everyone else's ice cream makers, even though they're made by the same company, because the company that
like
makes
licensing
them
fees
has no incentive to improve, and in fact has an incentive to keep them bad. Over the years, they've done a terrible job improving their software, and they've kept employees, managers, and franchisees in the dark of what's actually going on with their ice cream maker, preventing them from actually being able to fix it themselves. And when finally someone comes with a product that could actually fix it, they squash it in the name of their own product that does sort of a worse version of what that new product was going to do. Kitch is suing McDonald's for a bunch of stuff. You can go read into the lawsuit if you'd like. And certainly in coming months, we will learn the details of exactly how this is all going down. But for now, next time you're at McDonald's and they don't have ice cream, just know that it's not because of lazy employees. It's not because of lack of training. It's because there's an old relationship between two old companies that don't want things to change.
But that's not real capitalism. I love how dramatic he makes his videos.